Hey guys, what's going on? We've got a double feature coming your way that the three of us have been looking forward to for a long time. I'm Carson Gambaro. This is Eli McLeod from Colonie, formerly from Shaker, and Eyad Sayed, currently from Shaker. How you guys doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing great. Great to be here with you guys talking about some track and field. It's been a bit of a minute since we've done that. Had a little episode break with cross-country postseason, and you guys have had a little time away from competitive running. So what have you been up to in the recent months?
Just off-season work. I ran that Army trials a couple weeks ago. I ran the open 8 and ran a 2 flat. I was surprised with that though, because I'm not really an 8 runner, but
Yet,
not really an 8 runner yet.
Yeah.
But it was a fun run.
nice. Eyad, what about you?
For me, it was a little different. Like my last time doing track was in the summer because I had my soccer season. So I was playing soccer until I started doing track again 2 weeks ago, and I just started practicing all over again.
Nice. So glad to see you guys are back in it. It's a bit different though, because again, just last year you guys were getting back in indoor practices together in the same hallways. And what's it been like kind of being without each other, I guess? What's been different?
It's kind of sad
Yeah.
because having like a workout partner like him, because he doesn't like to lose, but I don't like to lose. So it's just like a rivalry like every day until it goes to like a longer run. Like he knows what's up in that.
Yeah, no. 100%. Without him, there's no competition anymore in Shaker. Like he was always the one I was running with, trying to beat every single time. Now it's just like I'm running by myself all the time now. But like obviously, yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about. The longer runs, I always win. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, it's got to be hard to not let those long runs turn competitive. I can speak from experience. Whenever I work out with a partner, you know, it always turns into just that little extra decimals that you try and find to beat somebody else, and ultimately you end up beating your old self in the process, making each other better, making yourself better in the end. But would you like to just tell us a little bit more about yourself as an athlete and how you have arrived at this point in your senior years?
So my whole high school career, last year I got hurt. That's not really how I wanted it to go, since a lot of athletes would say a junior is the most important year. But I'm bouncing off of that injury. I'm working hard as I can to make sure it never happens again. Stretching, just cool down laps even though I don't like doing them. But doing everything to make sure I become a better person, a better track and field athlete.
For me, my freshman year, I started track. I was just trying to do it for fun, you know. And then sophomore year and junior year, I had a really good season. Especially my junior year, I had a really good season, came out with good times. And now coming into senior season, I'm trying to like really get even way better times, even like win states and stuff like that. That's my goal, obviously, in track.
Yeah, you made states in the 1 and the 2, right?
Yep.
And you ran 10.7 in the 1, you ran 21.7 in the 2, and even 49.1 in the 400 meters. So you've really developed into a complete sprinter, as those times showed.
Exactly.
And, you know, just what really contributed to that rise of yours in all 3 main sprint events?
Oh, for sure. So last year, my junior year, I didn't play soccer. So I was running all year for track, training. I come out, obviously, 100%. We were in the gym every day. I was in the gym, I was eating well. Obviously, I was drinking a lot of water, and I've been training a lot of endurance, because before I had only start, I didn't really have top speed. I worked on my top speed, and my times really dropped. And now, coming back, I'm going to work on my top speed and get my times to drop again for my senior year.
Yeah, I literally watched one of your best hundreds from the Laux games earlier this season, yet one of your other 10.7s that we saw, and you didn't even get out of the blocks crazy fast in relativity to your other competitors, but you just ate up so much ground in that last 50, and you know, that top end speed, you talked about something that really wasn't there before. What kind of feelings did you feel once you found that top end speed, I guess?
Oh, I was amazing. I was so happy, to be honest, because like before I would always get out and I was always there, and then like throughout the race I see people beat me because my top speed wasn't there. Once I started getting it, it felt amazing, because I knew like hawking down somebody just feels way more better than just like getting hawked down. So
Yeah,
it just felt amazing.
Last year indoor practice, when I first witnessed his top end speed, since I would always catch him towards the end, but I just wasn't catching him. Like it was upsetting to me because he's not faster than me. So it's like, you know.
Wow.
You know, you guys ended up pushing each other to some crazy limits last indoor season too. That last indoor season that you guys spent together as high schoolers, when you literally volleyed the 300-meter school record. like twice, right?
Yeah.
What was it, 35-13 and then 35-10?
Yeah.
I think I remember those numbers correctly. I didn't do a ton of nitty-gritty research because, you know, I've been covering these guys for years now, and we've been talking about this episode for years like I've been talking to you guys about to start this episode. But, you know, just what kind of level did that bring your competitive nature between each other to, that battle for a school record?
Yeah, so going into my junior year season, I thought a 36 was insanely fast. But then the meet where he ran his opener, he ran a 35-13.
Yeah, at the Armory, right?
Yeah. But then I wasn't allowed to run in spikes. I had to run in flats. And I actually ran a 36. I ran a 36 mid in running shoes. I was like, hold on, what am I doing in spikes? So I run it in spikes. I didn't realize that I beat his record until the ride home, the bus ride home. And I was like, yo, hold on. I just beat your record. So it's like it was fun. It was fun having someone that came on the same team as you.
Did you realize that just on your own, or did one of the coaches say,
it was
"Hey,
Coach,
Eli, you broke a school record"?
It was Coach Irby who told me actually.
Yeah.
But since I didn't break it by a lot, so that was I barely broke it.
Right. Of course, you had a little bit of distance still there left between both of you guys in that sub 35. I'd assume that's a pretty big goal that you guys have on your minds coming up.
Of course.
I know literally one of our very first guests on the show, another Sky's the Limit product, Eli McLeod, currently crushing it at UBuff, getting ready to open his college career. He was in that same position. He was right around the low 35s, and he ended up pushing it below that 35 his senior year. So that's you guys now. And it's cool because I remember he told me that you were two of the guys that really helped get him familiar with the whole vibe at Sky's the Limit, the track club that you guys still share teamship with. So, you know, what has that experience been like, getting to at least stay together with that despite being at different high schools now?
So with Kalahi, SCL was fun because we would have 200 repeats, and then he would have us run a crazy time. It was way faster than like our normal time. There was one time, sophomore year, you were supposed to run a 25, and we ran a 22 in practice, which is insane.
What?
Yeah, Kalahi had us doing some insane stuff. But it's fun being around him because he's a funny guy. He works extremely hard, and I love being around him.
Yeah. Eyad, what about you on that?
For me, I know Kalai obviously pushes me 100%. He's a really fast guy, 100%. But like for me, I just really like the bond I had with him off the track. And we built a really good bond like my junior year, and I really liked like running with him and being on the same relay with him and stuff like that. He really we built a good friendship before he left off to college. And also for me and Eli, Sky's the Limit, we have a bit different relationship compared to Shaker because we got coached by Pap, and obviously that's different than me and him getting coached by Irby. And it's different, everything, the relays, me and him, everything's just different how Pap and Irby are. So it's much different for sure.
That's got to be super beneficial for you, both of you, having had that dual experience, being coached by Irby in high school, being coached by Pap, now both in high school and with your club. You know, what are some of the big things that you've each learned about sprinting and just running in general?
I've learned that coaches can't really train athletes the same way. So with me and Ia, we completely different runners. I'm more of a longer, he's more of a short sprinter. And then at one point, coaches would train us the same. But then,
is that what you think led to you guys almost tying each other for that 300 school record?
Yeah, it's like the 300 is right in the middle. So since I go off the 4, 6, 8, he's the 1, 2. It's right in the middle.
Yeah.
But now it's gonna be the 4, so who knows?
Okay, it's funny because literally before I even knew that you had transferred to Colonie, I was thinking about you guys as the Shaker senior sprint duo to watch. But I think this is an even cooler story because you guys have gone your separate ways, but you've still maintained that close connection and bond, not just through the events that you're both good at, but through the track club that you guys both compete with.
Mm-hmm. Yep. For Eli, I have a question real quick for Eli because
Oh, okay.
I just want to ask him a question. In the 400, who do you think wins?
Me or you?
Yeah.
Scoreboard.
So which time of the year?
I'm gonna say
a time when you're not injured.
Exactly. Yeah.
So which time of the year? So we're gonna
Let's
go
do outdoor.
Outdoor?
Yeah.
You know you're not beating me. You're not.
The answer is not Carson.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
No, we will see.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, again, Eyad's run 49.10, but a healthy Eli, who knows what he would have won? So we gotta leave that up in the air, right?
We're gonna see. We're gonna see outdoor soon.
I mean, I did split 48 when I was a sophomore, so.
That is true. That is true. Was
I did
that was with STL in Junior Olympics?
Yeah, Junior Olympics.
So okay, so basically you're saying that if this is run in July or August, then
He know what he
interesting. But what's really given you that new sense of motivation to embrace this new 400, 800 background that you found? Because I've known you much as that sprinter that you said with that 400 emphasis through the years. You know, what's allowed you to embrace the 800 and the longer sprints and distances?
So I got hurt sprinting. I strained my hamstring last year indoor, and I had to take a major setback, and it kind of hurt me because I always thought I was a sprinter. I thought I could run a sub 11, run 21, know what I'm saying, do stuff like that. But that's what opened my eyes to realizing that I'm not really a sprinter. I was just doing it because I was scared of running the 4s, running 8s. And now that I've ran the 2 flat in October, I'm just thinking, what if I actually trained to run the 8 instead of training to be a sprinter?
Did you train much for the 8 leading up to that 2 flat performance of yours?
So we practiced 3 times a week. It wasn't anything outstanding. But when I ran it, I didn't run it the way I was supposed to. I was running in lane 2, 3, doing stuff like that.
Yeah, we DM'd about it, and it was like, that's a pretty good time for an 810 meter run, right?
Yeah. I feel like the thing that helped me the most, so it's a hill at Sand Creek. It's 300 meters long, and we would do those. And I feel like that helped me the most, because just fighting up the hill. 300 meters is long. That's a long distance, but
yeah.
Up a hill makes it even worse.
Exactly, yeah. It's that running uphill feeling that I know Coach Owen from Colonie, he talked to me about over the summer when I saw him at one of the exhibition meets. Like, that's what he always preaches when you're coming home in the 400, and I'm sure it applies to the 800. But in that 800, I noticed, I was looking at the splits, and you even split it between your 400s, basically a 60.3 for both of your 400s, and your last 200 was a 28. So that indicates that there's a little bit more room for improvement in that ceiling of yours. So, you know, what is this whole newfound familiarity like for you, I guess? It's a bit of a loaded question on my end. I have a tendency to overcomplicate things, but basically what I'm asking is, what does it feel like when you're running an 800?
Terrible. It feels terrible.
It feels terrible when you're fishing in a 28?
It hurt, but just knowing that I could just be faster, and that's what's pushing me to keep going, because knowing that I could just run faster, be a better person, be a better athlete, be faster than Eyad, it's just pushing me farther, you know?
You're just thinking of Eyad in the back of your mind.
Always.
Well,
I always think about it.
I picked up on one other point you mentioned about how, you know, when you had that injury, that hamstring injury, you said, oh man, I could have gone on to be that sub 11, sub 22, and not that these things won't still happen if you give those events another try, but is it hard not to get like envious when you see Eyad going out and crushing those times?
I was upset, but I was happy for him at the same time, because like me and him go way back, but I was just thinking I could have been me. Yeah. But now I'm taking a different route. He tried to say I was avoiding him at one point. He tried to say I was like in the smoke, but I never ducked.
No, I mean,
it just had to happen.
The real question is, Eyad, do you get envious when you see Eli PR in the 800 and the mid distances?
Oh, not even close.
Okay.
Because I know for a fact I can't do that.
Okay.
I know for like he's like when it comes to like anything down there, like the 1 and the 2, you're like, okay, yeah, he got a good time, now I gotta beat it. Like if he gets a good time in the 8, I'm not getting that. The 2 flat, that's not me. I'm gonna stay down here in the 1 and the 2 and 4.
Now let's suppose that Eli were still at Shaker, right? You guys have got some pretty good mid-distance guys. We saw Jake Gaudette. We were literally talking about him. Great friend of the show and potentially a future guest. Would love to have you on, Jake. But he literally placed 6th in cross-country states, and he's got 416 mile speed. Let's say if you were still at Shaker, you would probably be on that 4x8 if there was no other choice, and you had to be the emergency 4x8 anchor. Eyad, would you do it?
100%. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know about anchor.
You would do
maybe
it.
like
Anchor?
Okay. Okay. What would it take for you to anchor?
Probably like a main, like if Jake got injured or something, like like they really needed me to win, like it's like the sectional finals and stuff, I'll probably do it.
Yeah, sectionals, yeah, that's a big deal right there. These Section 2 championships, I feel like, for all the times that I've announced it over the past few years, has always just been one of the most competitive atmospheres. Obviously, not just the fact that winning a sectional title gets you an automatic berth to state qualifiers, or that getting in a fast race can get you the super standard to qualify for states, but, you know, what do you guys have to say about the whole atmosphere that we have in our local area with the track and field, universe?
I mean, it's a really good atmosphere because sectional is always a battle, even though. So my new school always wins sectionals, but back then we weren't winning sectionals. But Shaker, when I was at Shaker, we got really close. Last year indoor, we lost almost by like 14 points, I think, and that was upsetting. But I'm winning now though, so.
Buddy, relax. Now, for me, I like the section. Like, there's always somebody like last year in the 300. There's always somebody that's gonna come out of nowhere and run a crazy time. You don't know who it is. That's why I like this section. It's not like a bunch of like. It's not only like some kids that are fast.
Yeah.
You have some kids that are like they come out of nowhere and they come like run crazy times on you, and I'm like, oh, and it just makes you like focus more. Like, damn, I gotta lock in real quick.
Yeah, you mentioned the 300. Another event that kind of sticks out to me there is that crazy 4x2 that happened at indoor state qualifiers. It was you guys, Albany, and Colonie. It was a 3-team dogfight, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there was contact on that one turn. I'm not going to speak on what I didn't see because I was, there was a lot of bodies in between me and what actually happened on that turn between you guys and Albs, but just that definitely takes the competitive atmosphere of our section to a whole nother level when you have stuff like that, literally deciding appearances at state meets.
Exactly.
Of course.
Same with we had I think my sophomore year, it was a 4x4. It was Ryan Bacar was our last anchor. It was the last 20 meters, and then someone chips him from the back. He falls, and then Colonie comes out of nowhere, and they win it. They were in 4th place. They come out of nowhere and win it all. And that was that's what I'm saying. It's competitive.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
really competitive. Yeah.
What meet was that out? I don't remember.
I think it was state quals. I think it was my sophomore year. It was our
I don't.
4x4.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think I was there. That it might actually was that 2023 or 2024. Yeah, 2024.
Yeah, somewhere. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, that was a crazy race. There was just so much pride on the line. I feel
Exactly,
like
yeah.
because a lot of teams will seek out bigger performance environments at faster tracks at Hudson Valley. For those of you that saw my 5th episode with Ava Weiss, that is that track where you cannot wear spikes, that is on a literal gym floor. But people will hit the 3rd qualifier standard or 2nd relay qualifier standard at meets like the Armory or Ocean Breeze or other bank tracks.
Yeah,
but
section.
even when you return to, I'll let you finish in a second, but even when you return to Hudson Valley, the competitive atmosphere just does not go away at all.
Yeah, the section is really. I remember sophomore year, Shaker and Albany were going head to head in almost every event. Him and Rohan battling out Rohan and Duck were battling out the 100. The 4x2, on the 4x1 outdoor state calls, we won by
Yeah, I don't think anybody saw your outdoor 4x1 coming that year either. You guys won Suburbans and sectionals.
Yeah, and the 4x4 as well. It was a tough one.
Yeah, what happened with that 4x4 then? I feel like this is a great episode to like catch up on a lot of memories. But what about that 4x4?
The 4x4, the one he brought up the freshman year 4x4. The 4x4.
It came to me.
Yeah, the 4x4 sophomore year was me, Eyad, Khalil, and Jackson Queen.
Khalil always runs those relays like an absolute animal.
Yeah, he does.
So
Khalil Williams, shout out.
So Albany already hit the standard. So we were just doing it to hit it because we never hit it. Because we haven't ran our 4x4 like the full team the whole season. So it was the first time just doing it. And we won. But States was fun too. Sophomore year, it was my first time at States, even though it basically stormed there.
That's right. That was the Syracuse States when it was just a hailstorm. The meet was delayed by like 3-4 hours.
Yeah. And Kalai was running in the rain.
Yeah.
That day.
How cool was it though getting to run under the lights? Because had it not rained, I don't think you guys would have reached the prime time hour then.
Yeah. I mean, it was my first time at a big meet just like that, and it meant a lot to me because my first time at States. So it was a really good environment because everyone there was fast. And it was crazy. Yeah,
and of course you got to experience that Eyad as an individual this past year. What are your takeaways from your state championships indoors in the 300? Did you go for the 55 as well, or?
No, we went for the 4x2.
4x2.
I'm pretty sure.
It was the indoor 300 either way as an individual, and then the 1 and the 2 outdoors. So what did those experiences teach you heading into where you are now senior year?
Oh yeah, our section 2, there's way more competitive people out there, 100%. Like out in like section 3, my boy Nikita, obviously he's really fast. Yeah, he's really fast. So like coming at the States, obviously I could see like the competitiveness obviously was way higher. Like from the section 2, like running here section 2, I'm winning meets up there in the States. It's not the same. Like I gotta really compete more to maybe make it to the final and win the whole States, obviously. But this year, obviously, I'm trying to win it now. That's my goal. And for the 100 and the 200 for sure, and indoor for 300, 100%. Gotta get my redemption for that.
And even if you didn't make those finals, right, what are some of those things that you took away from your near misses of those finals to do differently next time?
Oh, obviously I use it as fuel for sure, 100%. Yeah, those losses, they stick with me all the time in practice. When I'm running that extra rep, I finish it 100%. Like, cause like I don't want that to ever happen again. I hate losing. Like losing for me, just like I hate doing that. I hate losing. So once I lose, I use it as fuel for the next race, so it doesn't happen again.
So more of a mental thing that you took away from not advancing out of the States to finals, right?
Yeah.
Rather than a physical thing, because you know the talent's there. Obviously, like I mentioned, you got your 10-7, your 21-7, 35-1, and 49-1 for the 400. So you know the PRs are there. It's just about solidifying that mindset.
Exactly it.
Then again, this is a very humanizing sport, track and field. And there are still those moments that even all of that mental and physical training might not pay off. What do you guys tell yourselves in moments like that?
I just think about just the past, everything I've been through. There's no point of quitting now if I went through all those 400 repeats just to give it all up. I just don't want to quit. Quitting is not in me at all.
Yeah. Eyad, how about you?
For me in practice, when it's like he says like what, like 6 400s, and like I'm at the fourth one. I'm always telling myself, might as well do it. Like I don't want to waste my time and go there and just not finish the work. I might as well just do it. You know, I push myself and just let my brain not beat me, and like the mental inside me not let it just push me and say, no, just quit. I don't let that happen to me.
What is the toughest workout that the two of you have done together?
Together.
I'm a preseason, 100%.
Preseason?
It was last year, the preseason one. With me and you competing for.
Which one?
It was like 200, 200s. There was a 200, 30-second break, and another 200, 30-second break.
30-second? Were they trying to train you for the 800?
Nah, it was so bad. I hated it. I was dead. I think someone threw up. Like 2 kids threw up. It was hot too. It was humid. It was the worst experience of my life.
Was this like August or September or something?
Yeah, it was like August. It was
Last year?
Yeah, last year.
Okay, so yeah, that was kind of the building blocks for that 300 campaign that you guys had in the 4x2 as well. It's crazy because, you know, I feel like for the amount that I've learned about this sport through the years of covering it and training for it on my own, that I wouldn't get myself into situations like that. But like every time I start getting back to the workout grind, that's just kind of how it feels at that stage of the season. So do you guys feel you're at that point right now where you're just still getting used to the workouts, or have you gotten past that?
I'm getting used to them because now I'm at a whole different school. I'm getting trained a different way. I'm getting trained to be more of a 4 through 8 type of runner. So it's Shaker, I was trained to be a sprinter, but now I'm getting open to new events and things of that nature.
Yeah.
For me, 100%, yeah, I got used to it. It's my senior year now. Like before, I wasn't like that good. Like the next day, I was really sore and stuff. Now I know like to really take a cool down lap, and like I know how to like really take care of my body now, to be more ready for the next day.
It's crazy because those steps that you might have not taken prior, you know, you think about them, it's like a huge change in routine, but once you get used to doing it, it becomes more natural to you guys.
Of course.
I don't even have to ask if you agree because you just acknowledged it right there. It's a whole part of the discipline, I would say, to becoming an athlete, not just for now, not just for college, which I'm sure you guys are both looking at, but an athlete for life, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of college, you guys have any things in particular that you're looking forward to with what lies beyond your high school careers?
So I want to run track in college. I've been speaking to a lot of coaches, but I can't disclose that information yet. So eventually I'll tell you, or you'll see on Instagram whenever I come in.
No, we gotta keep everything in front of us, and we gotta let you do all of the important releases that you feel necessary. So yeah, nice to hear that you're making some progress and inroads there. Eyad, what about you?
Same thing as Eli. I'm looking
Surface
obviously-
level, yeah?
Yeah, I'm looking to run in the D1 level for sure, 100%, and continue my track career. But like right now, like I know I have my options. I'm gonna wait still to see which one I want to pick first. Like I'm still picking.
Interestingly, there's a lot of people who may have already committed by this point, and you know, sometimes there raises the question of, oh, since they've already secured what lies beyond high school, right, then what more have they to accomplish at the high school level? You know, you guys, it might be tough having to still make that decision and, you know, keep all those options heavy on your conscience, but, you know, how does keeping those options, I guess, on your plate keep you guys hungry?
Because out there, you just know there's always going to be an athlete he's going to fight for the same spot as you. So I'm never going to give up. Even if I commit, early, I'm still gonna work harder because who knows, someone could take my spot at college. I wouldn't want that.
No, for me, 100% what pushes me is because when I talk to the coaches, I talk to them what time I can run better to get a better scholarship or a better offer or something like that. So that really pushes me to run faster. Obviously, like the ones that commit, they don't got the drive as I have because I'm trying to run for a better time to get a better scholarship and stuff like that. So I really have like a crazy drive this season.
Yeah. Where did you guys first notice that drive, be born within you?
Me was after I got hurt because I was stubborn after I got hurt. I was still trying to run and everything.
So you basically, the drive that you have now, like the drive that you had before you got injured is nothing compared to that now is what you're saying?
It's a whole different level.
Yeah.
A whole different level. But my drive started sophomore year. Sophomore year I had a breakout season. Then I was upset because I got hurt junior year. But that's pushing me through making sure that I never do certain things again, do everything the right way, and it's pushing me to be a better athlete.
I think that's an important realization that we've come to now, because at the beginning, we were talking about, where you guys were now, and you're like, oh, I'm coming off an injury, but had that injury not happened, you might not have had that same spark that you found now to really attack this senior season in a whole new way that you've already gotten off to with that 2 flat even split in 28 close for the 800 there. So yeah, Eyad, what about you with your drive and attacking all those times like you were just talking about?
For me, it had to be my sophomore year or probably end of freshman year, because end of freshman year for our outdoor season, I made nationals for Oregon for Nike, and that really made me just really think that damn, this might be it for me, and drop the other sports and really focus on this one, and that's when my drive started pushing.
Is that why you took soccer off the ensuing years?
Yeah, I did, and then I took it off, and then I picked it up last year for senior year. This is my senior year, so I want to enjoy it one more last time.
Yeah, that's interesting too, because soccer almost bleeds more into your discipline of athletes, right? The 400, 800, at least generally from what I've seen. It doesn't exactly hurt short sprinters like 1 and 2 guys like Eyad, who can also dabble in the 4, but yeah.
I did play soccer, actually.
That's right. Did you do it this past fall?
Nah, I stopped when I was a sophomore.
Okay, so you guys stopped for the same time, and Eyad returned to it this year.
Yeah, I remember I used to play with him soccer freshman year. We were on the same team.
When were you guys first teammates in any sport?
8th grade track.
Okay.
But 8th grade track, it wasn't
That's when we got to meet each other.
Yeah.
We were meeting each other.
Were you guys in the same middle school then? Because I know there's a few different middle schools that lead to Shaker High.
Because that was his first year here. And I was running for his first friends. Honestly, if he wasn't fast, I don't think me and him would be as close.
You got standards for your friends.
We talk about it all the time.
You got to set that standard, and now you guys are in a position where you can actually consider each other faster than each other, right? Mm-hmm. That's how you know. That's how you know they got a friendship that ain't never gonna break. Where were you before Shaker High School? I'm curious.
So I lived in New Jersey for 1 year, and then I was in Egypt. I was born in Egypt.
Ah.
So, yeah. I didn't come I wasn't born in America.
I did not even know that before today, if I'm being brutally honest.
Not a lot of people know that, yeah.
Yeah, so just what's your whole life journey been like to find yourself in this sport, in this country, with these friends around you who support you through it?
Also, in Egypt and France, when I lived there, no soccer. No track. It was only soccer. I didn't even know track was a sport at this time. I thought they just ran. I knew Usain Bolt. I just didn't know track was really a sport. So it was just soccer. Once I moved to America, I was living in New Jersey. In New Jersey, they don't do sports in middle school, only in high school.
Really?
So I wasn't playing sports in middle school. And then I come to Shaker in 8th grade, and then I found out they do sports. And then I was like, let me try track, because I knew it was naturally fast. So I did track, and I met this little kid over here. I met a lot of people with me, So then I started meeting people, and I was like, I like this sport. Did it my freshman year. And then that's when I started to like the sport and find out about it.
Yeah. What about that kid that was always searching for something to fall in love with that you mentioned back in Egypt and France? What about that sticks with you today as you're in a position where you can place yourself with goals to win states and become a Division I athlete?
Oh no, if my old self saw me right now, he would not expect this at all. Nah, he would not expect track. He would, because when I was young, it was always soccer. I wanted to be a pro soccer player, but I loved soccer so much. He looking up now, he would not expect this at all, and he wouldn't he would be actually shocked and happy about all the success I've had in track.
Awesome. Any professional athletes either on the track or soccer side? You mentioned Usain, but we'll open it up a little bit beyond that. Any professional athletes that you guys look up to?
Ahmad Robinson.
Ahmad, yeah.
He's a monster.
Talk soon.
Okay, and I do have a family member, Omar McLeod
Wait a minute, you're related to Omar McLeod?
Yeah.
You're serious?
For the guy.
You're just telling me this for the first time now.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty special right there. Go on.
The gold medalist, 110 hurdles. Yeah, me and him are the same family. So, I found this out recently. So I found out when I was a freshman, and then when I found out, I started to brag about it, like, oh, he's in my family, you know.
I'm related to an Olympic champ.
Yeah.
I mean, where were you when he was winning Rio 2016?
So, I wasn't really on track at the time. But
Did you even know who he was at the time?
I didn't know about him. So my dad, he told me when I was younger, but I didn't keep that in mind.
You didn't really register.
Yeah, because I was young.
The
so
magnitude of that,
yeah.
right?
Because so my dad, he ran track in college, and he was like same as me, 4'8". He split 46, 47 a couple of times, and he
Nice.
wanted me to run track, but I didn't really like it. I wanted to play soccer, and then I stopped playing soccer. I picked up track, and he knew I was always the 800 runner, but I was scared to run it because that's a lot of laps. 4 is a lot of laps indoor, 2 is a lot outdoor, so it's like
Yeah.
I didn't really supposed to want to do it.
I feel like that's how a lot of 800-meter runners find themselves, from a place of disgust with the event, eventually just having to suck it up and accept that they're good at it and blessed with the skills to do well at it. So that's nice. Your story, your connection, your Olympic connection. I feel like that is 2 episodes in a row now that we have an Olympic connection. For those of you that didn't see my episode with Jaden Smith, you'll learn that he is related to St. Kitts and Nevis Olympic competitor and world championship 4x1 medalist BJ Burjesh Lawrence. So pretty cool there. Eyad, what about you for pro athletes that you look up to?
Oh, look up to 100%. I'm gonna say Cristiano Ronaldo. 100%. He's a soccer player. He's always been my favorite soccer player, and he's always been my role model for sure, an idol. But for track, I'm gonna have to say, I don't want to say Usain Bolt. It's too bland.
Yeah, you did already say that. That's why I kind of opened it up beyond him. But I'll let you think about that. Yeah.
I'm gonna probably say Christian Coleman for sure. No, but before, because like I used to love having a good start. Like I would only train start, and he has a really really good start. So I really like looked up to him back then. Like when I first started running track, I really like would watch his videos and watch how he was. But obviously, like my early career, I wasn't good top speed, and he's not good top speed. So we were like the same, but not anymore now.
It is so fascinating just watching him in slow motion, just how little room there is between his toe and the ground, and just the way he drives so powerfully. It's just so natural to me, the way he makes it look. And I think about this a lot because other world-class sprinters like Noah Lyles are notorious for not having good starts. I mean, they're still starting ridiculously fast for the average human being, but just when you put it in full speed, it's nothing compared to Christian Coleman. It's wild.
He's different. There's other athletes like so Fred Curley. He's one of my favorite because he's had top 10 times in the 1, 2, and the 4, which is really hard to do. He's ran a 44, he ran a 19, he runs sub 10.
He's one of only 3 athletes ever. I know in various track commentaries that I've made, I've mentioned this stat line, how Fred Curley is literally one of 3 guys, the other 2 being Wade Van Niekerk and Michael Norman, that have subbed 10, subbed 20, and subbed 44 in those 3 main sprints.
Mm-hmm. And there's another athlete. So Michael Johnson, I think is his name.
Michael Johnson, yeah.
So my dad, he loved him. Michael Johnson was a phenomenal guy.
He sure was. And, I mean, he sure still could be if he still trained. I know he had a tough experience having a stroke in his 50s or something, so obviously he's probably not in a stage where he's going to go for any Masters events. But, of course, I will never forget the first time I watched his 400-meter world record, the former world record of 43:18. I was just getting started with the event at that time. And I didn't even know it was possible to move your legs and body that fast in the last 100 of the race, because by then, back before I really knew how to run the event, I would just try and gallop my way to the finish line with whatever energy I had left.
Exactly, yeah. He was insane.
Fastest split ever also, which is 42.9.
42.9, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just like you had the split advantage with the 48. And did you split 48 at JOs too?
No,
Junior Olympics?
No, Junior Olympics I split a 48 this year, but that's not PR though. PR is 40.
Okay, so you guys are even there. Raw PRs, you're still looking for that sub 50. Do you think with what you found with the 600 and 800 as your new goal that you're still going to at least try to get an individual sub 50 if the opportunity comes your way?
I feel like if I go and run it tomorrow, I can run a sub 50.
Okay.
In my opinion. I feel like I could.
I'm not going to hold you to that because I'm a nice person.
Too confident? I mean, because I ran a 50.02 So that's the 400 PR that I still have, which I ran sophomore year for AAU.
That's dangerous.
50.02. I was so upset when I ran it because I finished, I leaned, I seen the clock, I said 49. I was like, then I checked it.
I know, it's like you always see it and the decimal actually comes up and it's like a half second further away. Your coach is hand timing it too sometimes, and they'll stop the clock and it'll be just before 50. So not that that's a relatable experience for me. Maybe one day it will be, hopefully before I turn 30. I don't know. That's enough about me. But for you guys, just now that we've established where you guys are, what you guys aspire to be, what are we going to be on the lookout for in these coming weeks as we head into the indoor senior season for you guys?
There's a lot. So this school is just compact. We have Owen Conley, Ryan Buskey, who are good in. Owen's really good in the 8. Ryan's amazing at the 400. So I feel like relay-wise, Conley's gonna have an outstanding season. I feel like I'm gonna have a good season going into the mid-distance events. Yeah, we'll look out for you in that 600 like you said. I know you said you're aiming for that sub 120. We'll leave that on the table as well, keeping that hunger theme consistent. Eyad, what's coming up for you in the Blue Bison?
For us, I'm not going to be running for a good minute because we're trying to get me better on my start. Like the coaches, we've been trying to work on my start lately.
Keeping you in the lab, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm not going to run till like January, but like my goal obviously is to...
See you next year.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to try to run 34.
34,
100%.
yeah.
Like I don't want to make it my open because like I'm not gonna be running for a good minute. So like I should make my open at least somewhat good, and then obviously I'm gonna try to get me better in the 55. I really want to get good in the 55 and go to states for that for sure.
And what about that opener that you felt last year, right? That 35-1 that you came out the gate with. What about that really set the tone for you to have a successful rest of the season, even given the fact that it was in December and states was in March?
See, that's the reason why I want to do it again, because that really made me like it really helped me a lot. Before, like when I was running, and I thought I was gonna run like a 36. I was not expecting 35 at all as an open. So when I ran out and I saw the time, I was like, oh shoot! And it really made me like, it just gave me a crazy motivation, a crazy drive, and just made me feel good. And then as the meets go on, I was like running faster. In practices, I was running faster. I was trying to just get better and show everybody that like it wasn't just a one-time thing. It wasn't an accident. It was, I'm gonna keep doing it and keep getting better. Yeah.
Well, we wish you both the luck and continuing to get better in each of your events. I got to ask you one final question. I forewarned you that this one was coming before we started this podcast, but what is one event that you would not accept the challenge from the other person in?
That I wouldn't accept?
Like if Eyad challenged you to this event, you would say,
The 100.
Okay.
Not everything, because he knows I'm not like...
No, I'm gonna have to say the 8 for sure, the 8. But anything under the 8, actually wait, no. Anything under the 6. I changed my word. Anything under the 6.
A 5. How about a 500?
I think I got you. 5.
What if we stretch this out to a mile, right?
Yeah, you got it.
Well, then again, you're not exactly training for mid to long distance. You're only training for like short to mid distance and still keeping that sprint speed. You said you did 10s and 200s, right?
Yeah.
So a mix of raw speed and speed endurance. So when you guys go to a mile, there may be a little bit less familiarity of pace. So that could really open it up to a sit and kick, Eyad. I wouldn't shy too far away from a mile. That's why I love running those miles. I literally got the turkey trot 2 days from this recording. We'll see how I do there. Turns out I didn't do too bad. 2026 for 5K after barely running a few weeks prior. And better yet, the Columbia girls called it right on the dot. Shout out Columbia Girls XCTF. Go follow them on Instagram right now. If you liked this episode, please be sure to leave a like down below and subscribe for more episodes and support these two fine young gents on these next 8 epic months of track and field competition. Eyad and Eli, anything left that you'd like to share with us today?
Good luck, Eli. Good luck.
Good luck.
I gotta say
Oh, I do have one more thing to say.
One more thing.
Since you asked what's one event that I wouldn't challenge him, event that I would is the 300. That's the event.
He's confident that he can defend that school record.
That's the event that I just feel like it comes between our events.
Perfect. Let's stay close.
Man, I should have looked up the Colonie School record. Imagine if you graduate senior year still holding two school records in one. That's actually not what I'd want to imagine because Eyad's going to go 34, right?
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hope.
And so at last you guys can potentially, if you guys both attack that 300, share school record status. How awesome would that be? That is the perfect way to end this episode.
34-6.
Yeah.
34-6 is Colonie's record?
I got some comp though. It's not just.
Wait, who is it? Ron Busker winning?
Yeah.
Hey,
I think you got it.
I do.
the competition is all you need, right? As long as you don't let go of that hatred for losing. That's all you got to cling to. Cling to it, guys. Best of luck, just like you said. Best of luck to Eli. And Eyad, we'll wish you good luck too. And yeah.
Connie, what?
So long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.